Namaste. Hamisha Kushawat here. This is JVN Dr. Vishal Saxena, Associate Professor in Mathematics in Jayoti Vidyapith Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to discuss about the module F-test and Z-test, and this module is a part of the course Biostatistics. So first we discuss about the F-test. F-test is named after the more prominent analyst R.A. Fisher. F-test is utilized to test whether two autonomous appraisals of populace change contrast altogether, or whether the two examples may be viewed as drawn from the typical populace having the same difference. For doing the test, we calculate F statistics is defined as F is equal to larger estimate of population variance upon smaller estimate of population variance. This also equal to S1 square upon S2 square, where S1 square is greater than to S2 square. And now we take the procedure. Its procedure is as follows. First point, set up null hypothesis that the two population variance are equal, that is H0 is sigma 1 square equal to sigma 2 square. Second point, the variance of two random samples are calculated by using formula S1 square equal to x1 minus x1 bar whole square upon n1 minus 1, and S2 square equal to x2 minus x2 bar whole square upon n2 minus 1. Third point is the variance ratio F is computed as F equal to S1 square upon S2 square, where S1 square is greater than to S2 square. Point number 4 is the degrees of freedom are computed. The degrees of freedom of the larger estimate of the population variance are denoted by V1 and the smaller estimate by V2, that is V1 is equal to degree of freedom for the sample having the larger variance equal to n1 minus 1. V2 is equal to degree of freedom for the sample having smaller variance is equal to n2 minus 1. Point number 5 is, then from the F table given at the end of the book, the prescribed book, we can take the reference book. The value of F is found for V1 and V2 with 5% level of significance. Then we compute the calculated value of F with the table value of F 0.05 for V1 and V2 degrees of freedom. If the calculated value of F exceeds the table value of F, we reject the null hypothesis and conclude that the difference between the two variants is significant. On the other hand, if the calculated value of F is less than the table value, the null hypothesis is accepted and concludes that both the samples illustrate the applications of F-test. Now we take example. In a sample of 8 observations, the entirety of square deviations of things from the mean was 94.5. If another specimen of 10 perceptions, the worth was observed to be 101.7. Test whether the distinction is huge at 5% level. You are given that at 5% level of uncertainty, the basic estimation of S for V1 is equal to 7 and V2 is equal to 9. S 0.05 is equal to 3.29. Solution. Let us take the hypothesis that the difference in the variance of the two samples is not significant, that is H0 is sigma 1 square equal to sigma 2 square. We are given the following. N1 is equal to 8 summation x1 minus x1 bar whole square equal to 94.5. N2 is equal to 10 and summation x2 minus x bar whole square is equal to 101.7. S1 square is equal to summation x1 minus x1 whole square upon n1 minus S1 square is equal to summation x1 minus x1 bar whole square upon n1 minus 1 is equal to 94.5 upon 8 minus 1, which is equal to 94.5 upon 7, and that is equal to 13.5. x2 square is equal to x2 minus x2 bar whole square in summation upon n2 minus 1, and which is equal to 101.7 upon 10 minus 1, and which is equal to 11.3. Applying f test, f is equal to s1 square upon s2 square, that is equal to 13.5 upon 11.3, and this equal to 1.195. For v1 is equal to 8 minus 1 equal to 7, and v2 is equal to 10 minus 1 equal to 9, and f 0.05 is equal to 3.29. The calculated value of f is less than the table value, hence we accept the null hypothesis and conclude that the difference in the variance of two samples is not significant at 5% level. Now next we take the Z test. A Z test is a statistical test used to determine whether two population means are different when the variances are known and the sample size is large. The test statistic is assumed to have a normal distribution and nuisance parameters such as standard deviation should be known in order for an accurate Z test to be performed. A Z statistic or the Z score is a number representing how many standard deviations above or below the mean population. A score derived from a Z test is how Z test works. Example of test that can be conducted as Z test include a one sample location test, a two sample location test, a paired difference test, and a maximum likelihood estimates. Z tests are closely related to t-tests, but t-tests are best performed when an experiment has a small sample size. Also, t-tests assume that standard deviation is unknown, while Z tests assume it is known. If the standard deviation of the population is unknown, the assumption of the sample variance equaling the population variance is made. Hypothesis test. The Z test is also a hypothesis test in which the Z statistic follows a normal distribution. The Z test is based on greater than 30 samples because under the central limit theorem, as the number of samples get larger, the samples are considered to be approximately normally distributed. When conducting a Z test, the null and alternative hypothesis alpha and Z score should be started. Next, the test statistic should be calculated and the results and the conclusion started. One sample Z test example. Assume an investor wishes to test whether the average daily return of a stock is greater than 1%. A simple random sample of 50 returns is calculated and has an average of 2%. Assume that the standard deviation of these returns is 2.5%, therefore the null hypothesis is when the average or the mean is equal to 3%. Conversely, the alternative hypothesis is whether the mean return is greater or less than 3%. Assume an alpha of 0.05% is selected with a two-tailed test. Consequently, there is 0.025% of the samples in each tail, and the alpha has a critical value of 1.96 or minus 1.96. If the value of Z is greater than 1.96 or less than minus 1.96, the null hypothesis is rejected. The value for Z is calculated by subtracting the value of the average daily return selected for the test or 1% in the case from the observed average of the samples. Next, divide the resulting value by the standard deviation divided by the square root of the number of observed value. Therefore, the test statistic is calculated to 2.83 or 0.02 minus 0.01 upon 0.025 upon 50 to the power half. The investor rejects the null hypothesis since z is greater than 1.96 and concludes that the average daily return is greater than 1%. This session is powered by Digital Version 2, Jayoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. Hope all you are satisfied with this digital session. If you have any query, please mention in the comment box. I will resolve it. Thank you.